All right, here we are for the final installment, Mount View Championship 3. I'm Justin Banks, here with Kirby Snyder. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're in the final second round of the alternate layout here at South Fork Landing. Tournament directors, Kayla Sanzaretti, Donna Reddy, and you, Kirby Snyder.
Yeah, this is our third year running the event out here at South Fork Landing. We're doing an alternate layout. Myself and Max Spears have worked pretty hard over the last few years to fine-tune this to what you see today.
Excellent. Yes, it's so fun to see what you guys keep coming up with. You got a bunch of little changes, and I love this shot.
Yeah, the Dragonflies are out and about this weekend. Super cool.
Yeah, he gave me a few moments there. That was pretty fun. All right, our lead cards had TenKley, Caleb Joyner, Axel Olson, and Kirby Snyder. You have a lead of 1.
Yeah, it was Caleb and I both shot really well round 1. Go check that out previously on Kirby Media here. Hole 1 here is a 210-foot left to right moving shot. Essentially, there is a Mando on the first tree that's going to keep you left. A lot of players will opt for the forehand kind of spike hyzer, and you will see a few backhand turnovers as well. I'm going with a DD4, and yeah, just kind of looking to spike it into the ground right by that tree there.
Yep, Caleb's getting probably another driver. It looks like he's going to the backside, probably a little bit longer than he wanted.
Yeah, luckily he didn't skip too much, or he didn't get that little cut roll like the disc looked like it wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Axel's going with a harp here, just a ton of hyzer, going a little long. Looks like he might have an obstructed putt behind that bush back there.
Probably a zone here from Thad, my guess.
Yeah, it looks like it, and same angle as Axel.
Ooh.
Wow, really jumping off of that hill there.
We'll see if he has an angle. He's pretty close. That's an obvious layup for Caleb.
Yeah, he wants something to do with that low ceiling.
This looks pretty straightforward. Let's see if that can make it 10 down off the first hole. Great shot.
Yeah, great putt from Thad. He's putting with PA3s, so you'll be seeing that from him all day. It looks like he's a little right of the bush, but has to contend with that tree right in the middle.
Oh, no, yeah. A little too high on that. And you're pretty open. Didn't want to run around, but we're able to get a decent view here. Excellent shot.
Yeah, a little bit of a low ceiling, a little uphill, but really just like a no problem 26, 28 footer, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, of all those options, I think you had the best one.
I think so. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, in hole 1, averaging 2.42, 16th in difficulty. Onward to hole 2. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it plays as the regular hole 2 for South Fork. Regular 2's tee pad to regular 2's basket. 2's basket is such an iconic basket location. We really wanted to make sure that we utilize that. The only real change here is that there's going to be an OB line hard on the right-hand side, kind of punishing any rollers that get a little too squirrely. I'm going with a DD here. I'm pretty happy with that shot all in all. I'm not really close enough to want to run that putt necessarily, but
yeah,
feel pretty good about it. Thad going with just a power C-line DD3 forehand. So impressive to get that far up the fairway, that low.
Yeah, it gave me a little high five. I love the forehand throw. That's such a great, powerful shot. Oh, good angle. Will it cook left? No. Should be able to stretch out.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fortunate spot to land. I think if he misses that tree and he's just in front of it, he is going to go too far to the right and will find that OB line over there. So
right. Yeah,
pretty fortunate. Yeah, he is basket deep, so he might have kind of an obstructed shot to the basket, but
yeah, and Axel also missing the OB.
Yeah, you can see that line on the right-hand side of your screen there. Axel, just a nice little chip up forehand right to the basket. Absolutely perfectly executed.
Oh, a little bit too high. The Pam left.
Yeah, just a little too nose up
Yeah.
and let it stall out too much. Like I said before, I think this is just a little too far for me to really truly want to run this putt. It's too early in the round for that. So, pretty easy decision there to lay that up.
Wow. And Dad definitely taking advantage of his great drive. Good putt. 2 for 2.
That was huge. Was he the only birdie of the round, or were there others?
There were 3 on the day. Thad, Christian Welch, and Eric Sebastian got the
Wow,
deuces.
super
Uh,
impressive.
so yeah,
Great putt
this
from Caleb.
this definitely is always one of the harder ranked holes. This showed as second in difficulty.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely one of the more difficult ones. Just the putt's so sketchy up there. So
Yeah,
great
74
putt for
percent got the par,
nice.
and there was a good rock there for a moment. All right, hole 3 is normal 3. It's 267.
Yeah, the only real change to this hole from the way South Fork usually plays is that there's going to be a hazard and a dip in the middle. Shouldn't be a problem from any of our MPO field here. I'm going back to that DD4 here on forehand. Overall, pretty happy with it, but just a touch short.
Yeah, and that curled up a little bit into that canopy. Might have a straddle putt there. Caleb lining up his forehand.
Going back to that Horizon Q line cloud breaker that he threw on hole 1.
Oh, he's joining you.
Yeah, really, really similar spot right next to me up there.
Axel, a little wide, but great result.
Yeah, great angle, great power, well executed from Axel. Yeah, if you've been here, you see that this little bush is just like just enough in the way, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, yeah, frustrating, man. I missed this whole round 1 and round 2,
I
and going into the tournament, this feels like a must get.
I was wondering if I had a little deja vu. Did I put the right clip in there? But yeah, I guess so. That did happen twice, huh?
So yeah, definitely one that going into it you count on, and especially everything being this close, one that I banked on. So what
Looks
you
like
could say, I banked on it.
oh, nah, I don't like that
A,
one.
a.
All right, yeah, we got a little move on you, but still lots of golf left. Onward to hole 4, another long hole. Well, our first hole, par 4 of the day, 615, double Mando. What is the basket it's going to? 6?
Yep, going from the new 4's tee pad, which is a little longer, to 6's basket. Double Mando here, so if you can throw something that has a little bit of left to right movement and then kind of flattens and pushes, you should be in a really great spot like Thad just executed there. But really anything through the Mando and pushing forward is going to give you a nice shot up to the basket.
Yeah,
The
we're standing next to one of the Mandos, so that's a good sign. Uh-oh. Clean, no touch, no touching.
That's really fun to watch. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, really the biggest challenge of this hole is that second tree line that you got to contest with. The branches are just hanging so low that it'll really eat up a lot of your approach shots. Looks like, man, that roller had a ton of potential. Just needed a little more cut and able to kind of push forward a little more before it curled out. But
Mm-hmm.
he should be set up super, super nice. I'm going with a Q line D3. It's pretty overstable, so I'm going to hyzer out to the left over there. And I'm in a really similar position as to where I was round 1.
And we'll step back at just a few steps here for Caleb second. He's looking to get a good skip here. Ooh, decent forward progress.
Yeah, pretty nice all in all. That is a swirly S line PD2. It's got a pretty affectionate nickname. If you're wondering what it is, message me. I'll let you know off air.
Yeah.
Going to a straight logic and kind of just clipping the last little branch to miss. Honestly, that felt like a really, really nice shot out of the hand, but yeah, just that last little dangler.
And Axel's all the way out in the open there. He's just throwing a decent approach just from that side. You got a little squirrely there with the last push.
So yeah, I'm sitting probably about 60, 70 feet or so. And I saw a gap and I really just got overly aggressive right there. The smart play would have just been to lay the disc up next to the basket and take my 4 and kind of walk away. But I was really trying to make something happen and trying to play a little too aggressive, I think, right there.
This kid.
Unreal. Jumping Caleb Joyner. He found the gap I was looking for, and he executed that perfectly. I'd say it all the time. He's one of the best players in the state. The guy's
absolutely so fun to watch.
Thaddeus with a wide straddle here.
Yeah, one small last tree to beat. Oh, of course. Just the one you're trying to miss and just centered up. That happens all the time for me.
Yeah, it's a pretty well protected green. We really, really like this basket location. So makes sense for a par 4 that you can really open up a lot on the tee. So you really want to have something where the basket's a lot more guarded. So
yes,
we're really happy with the hole.
Axel scoring, going to 12 down, tightening up with Thad. Excuse me. Got to pronounce the H in there. He's a big man. You can't say he's Tad anything.
Maybe a tad tall.
There you go. There you go. All right, hole 5, dogleg right, large Mando, 333.
Yeah, there's an OB line on the left-hand side on that
Correct.
tree line. That really should not come into play at all unless you throw something that maybe cuts in the ground and cut rolls back left too much, but really shouldn't be in anybody's way whatsoever. Axel throwing a forehand here. I feel like the backhand turnover is the more common play. The forehand just takes a ton of power and a really, really specific angle, and it looks like he executed that really well.
Yeah, the only thing I could really see going wrong is overcommitting on a big Anheuser backhand and just rolling long past the tree, blocking you. But I mean, that's so rare. Did you hit that bench?
He was just past it, but spiking in pretty hard.
There's a little optical illusion.
Yeah. I'm going to an MD1. For me, this hole is all about just getting the nose down on it and getting the disc to be able to travel left to right enough. So,
yeah, I think that's you on our left. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good distance. I'm going to have to contend with these low-hanging branches, but we'll see what we got when we get over there.
Oh, my goodness. Almost pops out of there. What a shot. Take it.
Yeah, that's a clincher for sure.
No doubter.
Great putt from Axel.
You guys are all just keeping it real close. Oh no, that's too much of a miss. You got to get all of these, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely it's crazy how fast everything in this round kind of turned. You got Caleb at 15, myself and Axel and Thad all at 13. And I'm pretty sure at this point in time, there was like 2 or 3 other players that were all in that mix. Out 13, 14, 12 under. So I looked at the scores about this time, and I want to say there was about 9 people who, had they just maybe birdied out or kind of played the rest of the round kind of went a certain way, probably could have won at this point in time. And really exciting disc golf because of that.
Yeah, this course definitely leaves a lot of fun opportunities for a big field to score watch. It's pretty exciting. It looks like a little bit wide for Caleb. Again, this is 338. Hole 6 is par 3.
Yeah, maybe just a little straight there. Yeah, this is the first of the temples. We bring out some extra baskets for this event. Utilize the extra space that South Fork has out on that left-hand side of the field out there. So we like this hole again. It's pretty low line, but nice stock hyzer for a lot of MPO players while still having some teeth to it.
Yeah, absolutely. That looks like another strong commitment there. Thad's out there with Caleb. That's a good angle.
Yeah, going with a PD. This guy's getting pretty straight on me. It pushed a little long, so I think in the future I might go with something maybe just a touch more overstable, but pretty happy with that shot all in all.
Full commitment, just not not that one.
Long look for Thad here.
Yeah, decent run.
Yeah. I want to say I'm probably about, I don't know, 24 to 28 feet.
Excellent hit. Going to 14. Kirby Snyder striking again.
Yeah, it feels much, definitely feels needed at that point. You know, it's middle of the round. We got to get something going.
Yeah, this hole played about 6th in difficulty. Well, tied for 6th, I should say. And about 2.68 average. This should be a pretty good cleanup. Oh no! Small mistake, Boston.
Yeah, rear miss from Caleb. Honestly, you don't see that a lot out of him.
Yeah. And I believe that is his first bogey.
Probably the tournament, right?
Yeah. First round was bogey free, correct?
Yeah.
Hole 7. Go ahead.
Hole 7, 213-foot par 3. There's kind of a little inbounds landing strip from that elevated area to the tee pad. Everywhere on the elevated area is going to be inbounds, and then everywhere else is going to be hazard. So very important that you get up there or you get close enough to give yourself a par putt at the least. I'm going with a really soft tactic. For me, it's just about getting on top of that and checking it up really quick.
And it looks like we got 2 forehand shots already. It's a pretty decent option there. We've mostly seen backhand here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see people going left side of that tree, but it does make a lot of sense. You're kind of riding the inbounds area for a lot longer. Nice shot from Caleb. That's a MVP stasis. So really, oh man, Caleb.
That's 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think his putt's getting a little jabby, where usually it's got a little more of kind of a hinge and a little more of a swing to it. It looks like it's getting a little punchy on him.
I see that actually. That makes sense. How do you say that? And that's another smooth one there from Thad. He's up there on the dance floor. 14, if you will. 15 for you. Yeah, everybody's just neck to neck this whole time so far. This is a fun match.
Yeah. Every miss is huge. You know, every birdie is as important as the last one. So I know there's like plenty of golf left, but it kind of is the time where you're like, okay, what's going on? Where are we all sitting? Oh, we're all neck and neck. There's so many of us.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this magnificent creature.
Yeah. There's some really good flowers near this cat. This cat is cool. This whole little property line, they got some cool property neighbors here.
Without a doubt, really appreciate all of them. They were really awesome this whole weekend.
Yeah. Hole 8, par 3, 300 feet. Excuse me. Axel being out on the right.
Yeah, OB line on the left-hand side there. That's really the only thing you're truly worried about. It feels like a bit of a downhill shot. For a lot of these players are throwing putter. Like Thad there's throwing a C-line notion. I'm going with a Cosmic Fury 2. It's a really straight throwing logic. And I like that I'm working away from the OB line there. I thought that was really good. We're going to get up there and see that I'm actually probably about 25 feet short or so.
Yeah, I think so. Caleb's getting just past the basket, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a glacier that he threw there. Nice flex. totally committed to the flex line, which is just awesome.
Bye, kitty. Bye, kitty. Focus, focus. Ah, I had to walk away. All right. Axel for 2. Oh, no. What? Did they hit the rim and then this pop up?
Yeah, a little too much of the left-hand side, maybe just a touch short, but yeah, surprised it didn't connect.
Ooh, back on the
There you go,
board.
Caleb. Yeah. See, back to that more hingy kind of putt, not as jabby on that one. That's when he's at his best.
Excellent putt. Nice and controlled, downhill.
That's really the only downhill putt you're going to experience on this entire course. There's a couple of uphill putts like hole 2 that we'll see later with hole 15. But besides that, you really don't have any that you're going, down at the basket like that. So it's pretty refreshing to have this year.
So hole 8, averaging 2.63, tying for 9th in the. All right. Hole 9, traditional 8, par 3, 348.
Yeah, round 1 I went with a PD, and it was a little too straight, pushed a little too far. So I went to a DD4 instead, more overstable, and I just took a little bit off of it. And yeah, really, really happy with that result.
Dad looking for a low skip. Right to the tree line. Not bad. Basket's not too far from there.
No, you really want to be probably about 5-10 feet ahead of that. That way you're not really contested and you're with the hill there and you're flat with it. But he's going to be just fine. He's going to have a wide open putt.
Agreed.
Caleb going to his signature red Z-line nuke. Really overstable. Usually really skippy. It looks like that was just coming in a little too spiky.
So getting a good angle here. Oh, this gets caught up on one tree. Gets a 20-foot kick.
That's crazy. That's such a good throw.
And we got a new sticker. Focus.
Nice. Looks good.
And there's Herman making some good photos out here.
Yeah, I appreciate him so much, man. He did
I saw
such
some
a
photos
good job.
you posted, got from him.
Yeah, he did such a good job this weekend, getting out there and documenting the whole thing. Yeah, we'll be sending those. Everybody should have those probably by now.
Cool. Oh, small miss there from Caleb. Really making sure he's focused here. That's a great execution.
Yeah, incredible putt. He's probably, I want to say, just outside the circle, maybe edge of circle, flirting with the edge, somewhere in that range. And yeah, just absolutely nailed it.
Yep, definitely a little bit closer here, making this not so tough. Great shot. Scoring once again. Tough par there from Axel. Hole 9, 270. Oh, sorry, 2.74 average. Excuse me. 5th in difficulty today. 5 birdies.
Nice. Yeah, scores are super, super tight. We're halfway through the round. So, yeah, big shout out to Herman. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, scores are tight, and it's anybody's ball game. So much can happen over the next 9 holes. So, hole 10 here is traditional hole 9 with an extra Mando, so you can't just kind of throw that hyzer out on that left-hand side. I'm going with the Glacier here, and yeah, just too high, too early out of the hand. Hit it, knocked down. I don't think I love the spot on that, but I don't think it's doesn't feel like an impossible up and down from there.
Wow, nice tight shot. That almost ringing it up. Wow.
Yes, so beautifully executed.
come back. Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, great looking flex from Caleb. That should be within his range.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
mean a country mile?
I was gonna say everything the light touches is within his range. So beautiful forehand from Axel. I think
Wow.
we're gonna start seeing more and more players throwing that forehand, especially if we keep that Mando there. They're really I think the forehand, if you have the power for it, plays pretty well.
He threw that the perfect distance, and he got it so freaking close to that Mando. That was awesome. Nice hyzer shot, leaving it out to the side. Oh, actually, right under the basket.
Yep, that's my S line drop. I knew I just wanted to keep it wide and
Yeah,
let it hit the ground and skip for me. Do the work for me.
with the
That was a great putt.
focus of the tow truck behind him, wild to see. I didn't even think that was going to be a thing.
His putter's dialed right now. He's so good with it.
All right, yeah, it's not a problem for these guys. They are scoring well. This hole is fourth in difficulty, averaging 2.84.
Yeah, scores are so tight at the top there. Really, really, really fun to see.
Yeah, up down just by one by almost everybody here. All right, hole 11, par four. Tell me more about it, would you?
Yeah, it's from regular 11's tee pad going to regular 12's basket.
Yes.
OB line on the left hand side. There is a bunker right by that down tree that you do have to contest with. I think the best shots are just kind of that putter mid range fairway driver, just kind of out on hyzer to the middle, and then a nice little chip up shot to the basket. Caleb says, I don't care about that. I'm going to blast one through the tree line, skip past it, and be way further ahead than anybody else.
He
Incredible
gets
shot.
he gets great results so often doing that shot. That's awesome to see. Trusting it is awesome.
Yeah, really incredible. This is the dream shot here if it could be fully executed. Being able to throw a forehand that wants to turn through
Oh
this
no.
gap. Oh, man.
And pushes right to the
Ooh,
hazard.
really
Unfortunate.
close to the hazard. Really, really close.
Is it in?
I
Uh,
think it. I think he barely missed it.
okay, I forget.
Shout out Disc Golf Threads. Use promo code DWD if you like the jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with just a glacier up the middle, a little bit of hyzer, and I knew it was. I knew it was safe, but it might have been a little closer to the OB line than we wanted.
Yep, just short of the hazard. It's leaving him. A dream forehand shot, making up for his drive, putting him underneath the basket, still giving him a great birdie opportunity. Holy moly.
That's amazing. So well executed. It's incredible.
Yeah, that kid should be on the pro tour all the time. Is he a kid? He's 20, 19, something?
He's like 19. Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
a sophomore in college next year.
man. Time flies.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember playing with him when he was like 14 years old, like 13 years old. My God, I'm getting old now, man. It's crazy. I liked my approach shot. The day before, I went with a forehand, or I went with a P2, and it was just short, so I went with a logic and pushed it just long. So no problem. Got the birdie both days, but couldn't
Yeah,
really like dial that up perfectly. It seems like.
yeah, good focus. This seemed to be scoring well, averaging 3.63, ninth, tied for ninth at difficulty. Only one really tough score. Everybody else kind of managing to, you know, keep it in a decent score there.
Yeah, that was such an incredible birdie from Axel. To be
Yeah.
able to get the disc under the basket from where he was is just wow.
All right, here we go.
Nice
To
tree action there.
Yeah, that's such a gorgeous tree. Hole 12 is a par 4 with an added OB zone on the right. It's 498 to the basket. It looks like that's trying to get to the opening, and which is definitely safe. describe the new added penalty here.
Yeah, so we added OB on the right hand side. We've toyed with this hole a bunch over the last few years. Various Mandos, whether it be this first tree or the last tree Mando left, it kind of forced players up the middle there. Ultimately, we thought that this was a fun way to play it. If you do, maybe push this drive a little too long, flip it up too much. You don't throw a great roller here. There's just more to punish it. So I
Yeah,
think in future years, I may bring the OB line in a little more. But this was kind of the test run for it, and got some good feedback, and I was pretty happy with the way it played.
yeah. It really either makes you commit to that opening, which we've seen twice there, or putting yourself out in the open here, making your second shot a big, using the open space more.
Yeah, in my mind, I think this is a really easy like putter shot. Turnover putter out to the right. Hyzer putter into the green. Caleb chose to go forehand out to the right, basically doing the same thing.
Oh
Uh
no,
oh.
he gets caught up
Yeah,
on
and
the
that's
only fence I see. Yikes!
yeah, that's truly like the big mistake of this approach shot is doing that and
He
bringing
almost does it
yourself.
again.
Whoo, jeez. But yeah, bring the punishment is really having to go that far back down the back of the fairway and then basically having to execute the same shot again. So
Yeah.
I'm like I said, pretty happy with the way this whole played all in all.
Wow. Two tunnel gap shots. Axel is so dialed in. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful touch there.
Looks like that just kind of
Oh
misreleased it.
yeah, I just kind of dropped the nose out of the hand. That was going to be a pretty touchy shot had he executed it anyways. Oh, he hit the backside of the cage. Jeez,
Something. It's yeah.
that was such a weird reaction.
No, Caleb. Great birdie. Taking one on almost everybody. I believe Axel might score here. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, Axel's going to score. I think everyone else is going to just kind of clean up their pars.
Yeah. I think Caleb might have a double.
Oh, that's right. That's right. With the OB.
Yeah. Very rare to see.
Yeah, and that's a
Big shout out to Eric Sebastian Eagle with the two.
oh,
Wow.
that's incredible.
He must have
Jeez,
had a
yeah,
sick roller.
yeah. Her incredible drive just juiced it up the middle.
Um,
Nice safe shot from Axel. This is hole
yep.
13, the last of the temp holes, 327 par 3. I think this is maybe the best hole on the course. It's a true water carry. You really got to carry the water pretty much about 310 or so to get across it completely. I'm going with the MD1. Basically the same safe place that Axel landed out on that right hand side.
Yeah. Yeah, and that seems to be the kind of safe shot on the forehand side. Just kind of dump into right.
Yeah, if you have the power to throw the forehand on Hyzer the whole way, that is the probably the best and safest shot. It does take a ton of power to be able to do that, though. Caleb's throwing a Kirby Snyder stamped function.
Awesome.
Really appreciate him bagging that. But yeah, he is dialed to those functions, man. One of the best function throwers I've ever seen.
Has a fun little uh, mirror reflection shot there. Bad, almost sinking that circle two
Yeah,
shot.
long run. The basket is just far enough away from the edge of the water where it really makes you want to run the putt.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hit the cage and roll, there's a really good chance you're just going to roll straight into the water.
Ooh, leaving it just high enough to
Woo,
bounce over that rim.
woo, woo.
Yeah, we saw that kind of blooper yesterday where somebody kicked off the top. You got to be really careful here. Excellent shot from Axel, no doubter.
Yeah. Nice, high, and lofty. Nowhere for it to go but the basket or the ground. That was really good.
So hole 13, stats wise, average 3, exactly par, 5 birdies, a couple bogeys, but all evened out with a bunch of pars. Very interesting stat. Hi, Max.
What up, buddy? You're out at North Bend. Go check out Tweed's Cafe.
I think that was his par there. Yeah, he got that par. No, he got the birdie on that hole there, 16. Hole 14 for us, par 3, 240. We're standing in a new spot. We're going short over the water. Still dangerous.
The
basket's what, 20 feet, 30 feet from the water?
Yeah, I mean maybe even less than that. Honestly, 15 feet maybe. Yeah, the shorter of the two water carries, very very approachable here. You'll see a lot of forehands. I love throwing this little backhand, soft beat up logic as a little turnover.
I think
One
this
of
is
my favorite shots.
a great use of 10's basket since we're using that on one, that pad anyway.
Yeah, I totally agree. One of the things that Max and I really wanted to stress when doing the layout was utilizing the pond better. South Fork Landing right now doesn't actually have any shots that carry the pond. They all just have shots that are coming up to the pond or flirting with the pond, something like that. So, wow, that was really
that was dry. Yep.
Super close. So yeah, we really wanted to make sure we're forcing players to throw over the water because that is one of the most fun things to do in disc golf. Also one of the scariest, but one of the most fun. Incredible putt from Thad. He's on. He's dialed.
Oh man, that was fun to watch. Good hit. He's so calm when he walks, so it's like she should be excited, but that's his excitement. Another great hit from Caleb. Nice. He's got a little work to do, but he knows how to stay in the zone. Oh, that's just rude.
Jeez.
Barely teetering out to the left.
That's crazy. You never see that kind of thing happen. Not to Axel, at least. He's so good.
Pretty brutal there. 14th in difficulty was hole 14. Looks like one OB throw recorded. Not everybody was doing advanced stats, but all right, here comes hole 15, par 3, 309. Peninsula OB. That's inbound still, right?
That is inbounds. I really meant to. I like the angle out of the hand. I just wanted to push that more right and throw it harder. So not a very well executed shot all in all, but I am in bounds, which is just fine at that point, right?
Yeah. And again, other plays are the wide hyzer, like Caleb here. There's an OB right. He's definitely missing that. Yeah, a little bit short, but he'll still have a shot there.
Yeah, the other shot you see a lot of players throw is the one Axel throwing here.
Oh yeah, straight.
He's going straight up the middle. I think he's throwing like a compass or a pretty straight to a little overstable mid range.
Just keeping it under the branches, get that little skip at the end. Smart. That's another smart play there. Securing the par. Also securing the par there for Kirby. Good idea.
I know what the scores are. I see Axel and I see Thad both at 19. Axel's in a range that I do expect him to make this, but which of course he does.
Yeah.
But I did in my mind think, the short side of the OB is on the other side of this basket. If I'm going to throw a putt from where I was going to have to really put some move on it, and the chance that I was going to miss is a lot bigger. The OB back there, so that was well calculated. That was basically me trying to preserve the lead that I have.
Yeah, and one stroke is, I guess, very important in this disc golf game when all of these last holes matter. Absolutely. So hole 15, averaging 2.63, tied for 9th. Talk about 16 real quick.
Yeah, hole 16 is just regular hole 16 of the course.
Right.
Funny how that works out sometimes. The fence has been removed probably about, a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago. So throwing either the wide hyzer like Caleb did, or this straight putter shot like Axel does, both are very, very viable. Really well executed. I think that's the biggest gap in the trees to hit. I'm going back to that Cosmic Fury 2. It's a Glow Logic, and I really need this to. I just saw Axel shot, and I basically have to match him at this point, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah. Also, Caleb's shot slightly went into the water. I think we missed the graphic there as well. Dad, our fourth on the box.
Yeah, that is the danger with throwing the hyzer out on that right hand side.
Oh no, this early.
Yeah.
One of the easier holes in your mind is becoming a problem right now.
Yeah.
Crunch
yeah,
time.
it's definitely. Coming down the stretch, you really feel like you got to get 16, 17, and 18. So this is this putt. In my mind, I am trying to run this, and I am trying to flirt with this a little bit, but I want to do it in a really safe and kind of lofty way.
Yeah.
That pond is so close to the edge, and that would just be such a brutal mistake to make.
And again, this is a marked shot. That's par going out of bounds. Caleb securing 17, or staying at 17, excuse me. And that seems to be a tap in there for Axel, tying it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he and I are tied at the top. I think Thaddeus is right now like the closest to us with 2 holes to play. So,
yeah.
I mean, a lot can happen still, but Axel and I at this point are kind of looking at each other and being like, what are we about to do? What's going on here?
Exactly. So hole 17 is 369, par 3. Kind of a straight shot. No wind today. Not much of a factor. You just really have to execute this.
Yeah, and he throws a dime.
Circle. Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. That's probably about 8 feet, 10 feet from the basket, maybe.
So good. So good.
Caleb ripped this.
Wow. Missing that OB on the right. He's definitely in the fair territory there.
That's crazy. He went so far. I'm going to DB4, and yeah, I'm not
in the way early.
Yeah, it's just high, and I knew it was going to be high, and I knew it was going to be a little too.
I think it was a safe miss, though. You're kind of in the open there.
Yeah, you do kind of. So the thing is with that shot, I really want to execute it out wide and then having it skip towards the trees. I don't want to risk skipping through the trees.
Wow.
I ended up getting a really fortunate skip while I was in there, but
yeah,
out of the hand, definitely not as planned.
Right.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. So obviously, Caleb's running it. Does he be doing that?
He'd be doing that.
You do be doing that. You do be doing it well.
Jumping Caleb Joyner.
Oh, he just missed it. It's a good kick, though. Yeah, great result. Still, attackable. What's the circle's edge? Just a little shy of that.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I think he got it. We spoiled it. Good putt. 22 down. Just right
that feels
there,
huge. Yeah, personally, that feels absolutely massive because I know Axel's right there, and I know 18 is really, really hard for anybody to get the eagle on, and I know it's really easy for everybody to get the birdie on. So when I connect on that putt, I did have it in the back of my mind. We might be going to a playoff.
Yeah, hole 17 actually was 17th for difficulty, second easiest. So 13 out of 19 got the bird. This is one of them. He does get this great shot. He's on fire. You guys are knotted up going into the last hole. What's going to happen, boys and girls? Stay tuned.
Find out next.
That's Scooby-Doo going to cut the commercial. So I set the monopod down here for a moment just to do a new little angle for us.
Yeah, we don't see you on camera very often, so that's cool. Big shout out to my caddy, Adam. He was out there all weekend, so this was his first tournament experience ever. So really proud to have him out there on the bag.
And
Just
he
get
was
to
he was
talk
an
to him.
annoying ruckus kid. Just kidding.
Oh,
No.
yeah, oh my God, yeah. Can't get
No,
a peep out of him.
he was well mannered. So cool. I'm glad he gets to get out here and get a good experience, and it's also on tape. You can watch it in the future. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And he gets to watch Axel just absolutely mash on a general like that. That thing had so much late flip. He got so far down the fairway.
He threw that a country freaking mile.
I'm going with just a really soft beat up logic. This thing is really understable.
Just after the open, right?
Yep, I think I executed this exactly the way I want to. I want to be moving left to right and just kind of be dropping in the middle there. I'm basically just trying to go 250, 300 maybe, something like that, and then make it up and down for my birdie.
And hazard, a little too high. I think it stalled out on him.
Yeah, that is the core reason as to why we added that hazard there. So some of the big arm guys do have to be a little more dialed with it. You do have to kind of push it out to the right, or be a little more reserved with it and not just give it an absolute rip. So,
and that makes complete sense. You're in the final hole. You need some drama here.
That's a really good shot from Caleb. I'm really nervous if there's a forehand here. If it comes out just a touch early, you're missing that Mando.
That makes sense too.
Really good from him. I'm going with a S-line drop. I like it out of the hand. It's low. It's on good angle. Feels perfect.
Great execution, putting some pressure on Axel.
Caleb going back to that swirly S-line glacier.
Throwing 3. That is in the left side of the hazard. He's got that low branch and 150 and a little ceiling. Throwing uphill. Not a problem. Hopefully he'll get his par there, yeah.
So yeah, this is for the win for Axel. Really long. I mean, he's over 100 feet away. That would have been such an insane make.
All right, that secures a birdie. This is definitely a birdie. You guys are going to a playoff.
That's right, we are.
All right, 2 players going in to a playoff. Basically, the rules are play the course again. Whoever beats the other person is sudden death. Pearl wins.
Yeah, sudden death. We start at hole 1. This is the way we do all of our tournaments. Big shout out to Don Aridi here for mitigating it or kind of just being the neutral party.
How'd that end up? I don't think that came in through the audio.
I forget what Axel picked, but I won, and I picked to go first.
Okay.
So yeah, just throwing out some fist bumps, thanking the crowd for being there. Appreciate everybody coming out for the weekend. It really matters a lot.
I forgot you guys do a flip, so I was contemplating running and catching because that's what I do. So I do run to catch Axel's second drive here. All right, hole 1 of the playoff. Let's go.
Yep. Going back to that DD4, throwing it on hyzer. It feels fine. I don't think I love the shot out of the hand, but it felt like it was not poorly executed at least. So Axel's going back to that harp. He's going to be throwing this with a ton of forehand hyzer.
Yeah, he's getting that to land off of a high branch, kicking him out in kind of the open. He'll have an angle, but you'll have an even tighter angle, it looks like.
Yeah, we're very close, but that 4 feet out to the left is probably the most important 4 feet of the tournament.
Was that right side lookable at all?
Not really. Honestly, not at all.
Okay.
So, yeah, Axel's probably got about 25, 28 feet here.
Whoa, so close to that. He nails it. What a shot. Incredible. Good for you, Axel, getting that early birdie in the playoff. Now the pressure is on.
Yeah, I'm going to get myself as far out here as I possibly can. I'm actually not even going to be able to use my regular putting putter. I'm going to use a putter that's more understable because I'm really going to want to make this disc move left to right pretty hard on here. So really, really tough spot. Super, super pinched off.
Yeah, this is definitely not an easy look. We're standing more wide. That was a little wide too. It just didn't cook right enough. Good run. Congrats,
Yeah.
Axel Olson. You are the Mountain View Championship winner.
Yeah, congrats to Axel. It was a great battle, great weekend of disc golf. Appreciate everybody coming out like they did.
Yeah, we had a little ceremony here.
Kirby Snyder.
I know second isn't everything, but it's fun to get you guys doing a true podium ceremony here. What a cool trophy. Again, thanks everyone for watching. Congrats again, Axel Olson. He's playing Worlds, right?
Yeah, he's out there right now.
Let's do it. All right, we're rooting for you, kid. All right, take a look at those scores. Hit that like button while you're doing it. Appreciate everyone watching. Even consider that membership. Even use that February 10 code at Emerald City Discs. Man, we're just really appreciating everyone watching. Thanks for watching or joining me, Kirby.
Of course, man. It was a pleasure. Thank you all so much. See you later.
And we'll see you at the Falling Barn Open next.